No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Okay. Yep. You're right. Yeah.
Interviewed him at the Emancipation Day concert.
Oh yeah. Oops. The pass fell off. Went boom. Pass went off. All right. Back here at the Entertainment Sports Arena, Southeast Washington, D.C., alongside Juan Marshall, I'm Gary Digital Williams. Don't forget, 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be at Tyson's Playground in Vienna, Virginia for the TAC Promotions card. That's Saturday, December 15th from the Tyson's Playground, brand new arena in Vienna, Virginia. Brand new for us on the Beltway anyway. And that's the TAC Promotions card, likes of Marlon the Machine Bowling, Rashad Cope, Patrick. There's some people that will be involved on that card at the Tyson's Playground in Vienna, Virginia. So look forward to seeing you 2 weeks from tonight from Tyson's Playground. Of course, 1 week from tonight, we're at the A.C. Jordan Arena on campus of Bowie State University. Of course, congratulations to the Bulldogs for a great football season. Outstanding football season. Amir Hall, the quarterback for the Bowie State team, is going to be an outstanding quarterback. I think he's going to play a little bit on Sundays out of the Bulldog camp at Bowie State University. So getting ready for our next bout, which is scheduled to be, as we said, Jordan Short Dog White, as he's scheduled to take on Jadir Spearman out of Laverne, Tennessee, by way of Hagerstown, Maryland. He was born in Hagerstown, Maryland, lives now in Laverne, Tennessee. Continue to wait for our next bout to come to the ring. I don't know if we're in a so-called intermission or not. I don't know what's going on here. Here we go. Once again, we apologize for the some issues we had technically earlier. We are back on the air, though. We've been told that. So thank you for staying with us here tonight from the Entertainment Sports Arena. Jadir Spearman coming to the ring.
Everything's good, man. Everything's good, man. Yeah, you too, man. Yeah,
getting ready.
I think that's what I think.
Jadir Spearman trying to come to the ring.
Yeah, I hope so. All right.
Hadn't come to the ring as of yet. That usually means the wrong music is playing. Jordan White coming off a back-to-back knockout victories on September 22nd at the first card at the A.C. Jordan Arena at Bowie State University. He knocked out Francisco Rodriguez in the fourth round. Then on November 8th, White traveled to Indio, California, scored a first-round knockout over Christian Renteria.
Warrior to the ring, please. To the blue corner, Matthew Murphy.
They have changed the card a little bit. And so now it's going to be Antonio Teflon Magruder taking on Matt Murphy. And please forgive me, I have so much temptation to say the words Matt Guitar Murphy. from the Blues Brothers fame. But I'll avoid doing that. I'll try to do that as best I can. So Matt Murphy coming to the ring. He is 3-30-3 with 2 knockouts. And again, I don't think there's a busier fighter in the country right now than Matt Murphy, who is fighting for the 11th time in 2017. And hey, we still got about 3 weeks remaining in the month. He may fight again at least once before the 40 years out. He's fought a host of beltweight boxers, the likes of Seth Billups, Devontae Speed Walls. Actually, he hasn't fought a lot of beltweight boxers now when we think about it. He's fought a number of times in the beltway. Now his opponent, Teflon Magruder, Antonio Magruder, who was once a highly touted amateur, then got into the pros, and every time he gets in there, he'll start a couple bouts, he'll finish those, and then not fight again for another year or so. He's now being trained by Andrew Council. Maybe the best move for him at this point. All 5 of Magruder's previous bouts were also in D.C. Fighting mostly at the convention center, but also fought his last bout back in September 2016 at the Sphinx Club in D.C. So Discombobulating Jones getting back here.
Say he gonna win, huh?
See. Once again, ring announcer, Discombobulating Jones, and official decision. Official introduction.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the special attraction on the schedule for 4 rounds or less in the junior welterweight division. The referee once again is the Brent Bovell. Introducing the principals first. Fighting out the blue corner, wearing a black, red, and white trunks, weight and a fit fighting at red, 144.8 pounds. With 36 pounds, he's a ring warrior that's not who it is, he's true to this. Including 24 contests against undefeated fighters, and he faces another one tonight. Yeah, from the Shawnee State of Missouri, here tonight to do just that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from East St. Louis, boxing OG M3, Matthew Martin Murphy. And the opponent fighting out the red corner. He's wearing a purple and gold sequin trunks he weighed in. Eddie Lee, 147 pounds. A former amateur champion, now 5 0 as a pro with 4 big KOs. Here's the native son and son of DC Fight Night promoter, Antonio Magruder. Quick hold down the front of the circle. All time. Obey my commands at all times. 4 rounds or less.
So here we go. We're getting ready for our 4-round bout. The return of Antonio Teflon Magruder taking on Matthew Martin Murphy out of East St. Louis, Illinois. Murphy with a nice, Magruder with a nice left hand. Right now, right hand by Magruder, left jab by Magruder. Murphy trying to land a right hand. Right hand over the top by Magruder. Murphy trying to throw a wild right hand. Goes left hand and kind of lands there a little bit. Left hand, right hand by Murphy. Brent Bovell telling both men to watch their heads as they're right in front of us in the near neutral corner off to our right. And now Magruder with a couple of left hands. They turn Murphy around. They turn back around, and referee Brent Bovell separates them. Gives them both for wrestling. Here we go. Right hand to the body by Magruder. That stopped Murphy a little bit. First minute, round 1, scheduled for 4. Left jab by Magruder. Left hand by Magruder. Now they're in the center of the ring. They tangle once again, and Brent Bovell separates them right away that time. Left hand to the body by Magruder. Nice left hand by the body to the body there. Murphy tries the left hand. Magruder tangles once again with Murphy in the far neutral corner off to our left. Referee Brent Bovell lets them separate themselves. They do so. Right hand by Magruder. There's a left hand by Murphy. Left hand to the body by Magruder. Heading to the final minute of the first round, scheduled for 4. There's right hand by Murphy. Murphy has Magruder up against the ropes, and Bovell separates him. And left jab by Magruder. And they tangle once again. And into the final 30 seconds of the first round. Murphy tries the right hand to the body. They tangle once again. And referee Bovell separates them. Open tangle. Into the final 10 seconds of the first round. Murphy trying to muscle his way to probably make this cover. He gets hit. Magruder gets hit in the back of the head, and Bovell warns Magruder. Now he warns both men for tangle. I was wondering there. Murphy was tangled with Magruder. He started to warn Magruder. I was like, why is he warning Magruder there?
Yeah, you see, it's a lot of tangling up going on with both fighters. They're smothering each other's shots. Magruder's not working off the jab like he should be, using his footwork to keep the distance. And you can tell the inactivity from Magruder because he doesn't look as sharp like he was, and that's what would be expected. When staying off the ring, it pays. It shows the inactivity.
Magruder got off to a good start, but from there, he couldn't land punches in the second part of that first round. Matt Murphy last fought on November 3rd at Payne College in Augusta, Georgia. That's HBCU there. Lost a 4-round unanimous decision to Desmond Lyons. His last 5 bouts have all been by either unanimous or majority decisions. They've all been losses for Matt Murphy. Round 2 scheduled for 4. Murphy throws a wild right hand that misses. Left hand to the body by Magruder. Solid left hand. Left hand over the top by Magruder, just misses. Murphy pulls Magruder up against the ropes. And they tangle. There's a right hand by Murphy that misses. And right hand, and Bovell thought about separating, but he let him go. There's a right hand by Murphy, and that caught Magruder. Good right hand there by Matt Murphy, and that caught Magruder. Magruder is hanging on now for dear life. Now I see Murphy takes advantage here.
Get in there.
Left hand to the body. That was a little low there by Murphy. Off to the hip a little bit. Right hand by Murphy. Magruder seems to get his senses back a little bit, but he took a beautiful right hand from Matt Murphy and briefly changed the complexion of the bout. First minute, round 2. There's a right-left jab by Magruder, and Murphy smiling a little bit. Now Murphy has Magruder in his own corner, misses with a wild right hand. And tangle once again. Now Magruder staying on the outside, trying to throw the left jab. Murphy with another right hand, left hand misses. Right hand to the body by Murphy. Another right hand to the body, that misses. Nice uppercut, right hand by Murphy. Right hand over the top, left hand by Murphy. Right hand by Murphy. That got around the guard. Another left uppercut, right uppercut by Murphy. Heading to the final minute of the second round. A good round here for Matthew Martin Murphy out of East St. Louis. He throws the left hand again, and the right hand of Magruder comes back with a right hand of his own. There's a left jab by Murphy. Right hand around the corner there by Murphy. Left hand by Magruder. His right hand by Murphy. Left hand by Murphy. Another left hand. Right hand by Murphy. He's got Magruder up against the ropes. Off to our left. Here's the left hand by Murphy. Murphy missed the left hand. Magruder tried to throw a combination, but they both missed. Right hand to the body as we approach inside 30 seconds to go in the second round. They tangle once again. Both men may be a little fatigued here. But give Matt Murphy a lot of credit. Now Murphy. There's a right hand by Murphy. Final seconds of the second round. A solid round for Matthew Martin Murphy. His uppercut by Murphy. Right hand over the top by Murphy. And Magruder's hanging on the ropes there. Hanging on to Murphy. And it's a big, big round for the young man out of East St. Louis, Illinois.
That's the danger of taking a fight like this. You almost had to, Magruder had to go into this fight like a pro debut. Since he had a long layoff, he had to pick an opponent, you know, that would be not so tough. Now, Murphy is a tough opponent. That's why he's aggressive like he is. Now, winning this second round, which he did, Magruder won the first round, but coming back and winning the second round like he did, with that overhand right hand that actually woke Magruder up, and it wobbled him and stunned him. Now Magruder has that in his mind from the time he got hurt. He was basically fighting on the defensive. Now, is he going to make the adjustments to come out, or is he still like stunned from that punch? Because Murphy still kept up the pressure.
So this should be a very interesting third round as we get ready for this contest continuing here. Round 3 scheduled for 4. Matt Murphy now fighting on the inside. Magruder staying on the outside. These guys stab that down. A good right hand over the top by Murphy. Beautiful right hand. Not a great right hand by Murphy. And Murphy almost falls throwing punches, but he is landing shots at Antonio Magruder. And he's showing more and more confidence as this bout continues. He lands shots again, right hand, left hand, over on the left-hand side of the ring. Another right hand, another left hand by Murphy. Another left hand by Murphy. Left hand on top. Right hand on top by Murphy. Magruder not throwing punches right now. He's got his hands up. Now he throws the right hand. That missed a little bit. Murphy Brent separates him. There's a right hand by Murphy once again. Left hand by Murphy. Left uppercut, right hand by Murphy. First minute, round 3. Right hand tangle there. Murphy tangling Magruder, finds Brent Bovell. Well, he didn't separate him. Thought he did. Now in the center of the ring, Magruder going back to the left jab. Murphy with a lot of confidence now. Left hand missing. His left hand by Magruder. Right hand, left hand missing by Murphy. We approach the halfway point of round 3, scheduled for 4. Both men warned by Brent Bovell for holding. Magruder comes back with a left hand. Murphy walking Magruder down. Magruder just lands a good combination. Right and left hand. His left hand to the body by Magruder. Murphy still coming forward as we're heading to the final minute of the third round. They tangle once again. Right hand over the top by Murphy. Left hand, good left hand there by Murphy. Right hand by Murphy. Magruder's in the neutral corner directly in front of us off to our right. There's a left hand by Murphy. Right uppercut by Murphy. Right hand to the body by Murphy. Another right hand to the body by Murphy. Left hand by Murphy. Magruder coming back with the left hand. 30 seconds remaining in the third round. Left hand missing there by Murphy. Right hand by Magruder. Murphy points at his head. He's laughing at Magruder right now, looks like. Into the final 10 seconds. Right hand by Murphy. Left hand missed by Murphy. He gets back with right hand. Magruder with right hand. Uppercut. That lands up again. Glances off the head of Murphy as the bell rings to end the third round. Murphy pushes Magruder away. And despite what the fans seem to think in that last round, I think that round went to Matt Murphy.
Yeah, McMurphy started the round. He was consistently aggressive throughout the rounds. And Magruder had his shots where he did land a couple of shots, but it didn't overtake what Murphy did to him in this round. And Magruder had to come out and let it all hang out now. But I think he's fatigued. I really do. I really think he's fatigued. And I think Murphy knows that. And Murphy's putting in a time, putting him some work that makes him look like he's tired. But that's just his style of fighting, I think. He takes a lot of punches, and he stays inside a lot. And he's starting to land those looping shots, which I think is not getting defended well by Magruder.
When Magruder came back after his bout in October 2013, came back in fall 2016, I'll never forget it. Adrian Broner was sitting at ringside. He was kind of laughing at Magruder because he was kind of winded. So, could this be happening again? We'll see. Fourth and final round here from the Entertainment Sports Arena. Glad you stayed with us. We'll give you a station break right after this round. Magruder in the purple and gold trunks. Murphy, black trunks with the red trim. Magruder 5-0, 4 KOs. And a good right hand there by Magruder. Solid right hand by Magruder. Right hand missing by Murphy. There's a left jab by Murphy. That glances off the face of Teflon Magruder. Right hand missing there by Murphy. His left hand by Murphy. His right hand over the top by Murphy. Another right hand, left hand by Murphy. Left jab by Murphy. They tangle. Right hand missing there by Murphy. They tangle once again over the far neutral corner off to our left, far left. Murphy trying to throw in, and Magruder finally gets pushed off by Murphy, gets warned by Brent Bovell, but Magruder was doing most of the pushing down there. Right hand by Magruder. Left hand, that was blocked by Murphy. Did not land, was blocked by Murphy. Murphy missed with the left hand. Chance of Tony here at the Entertainment Sports Arena for Teflon Antonio Magruder. There's right hand by Magruder. Left hand by Magruder. Past the halfway point of the final round. Murphy with the left hand. Left hand there by Murphy. Left hand by Magruder. Left hand by Murphy. Magruder with left hand to the face. Murphy trying to go down to the body again. A uppercut misses. Final minute, final round. They tangle once again off to our left. Murphy trying to throw shots up top. Brent Bovell said, your hands are free. Left hand by Magruder. He dodges away. Under 45 seconds to go. Magruder lands the left hand, but Murphy lands the right hand of his own. Misses by the left hand. That was Murphy. Wild right hand, I should say. Final 30 seconds, final round. Murphy with a couple good left jabs. He stay on the outside. Murphy trying to come in, final 20 seconds. Left hand by Magruder, right hand by Murphy missing. Right hand to the body, left hand to the body. Here they come down the stretch, final 10 seconds. Bovell says, watch the heads. Left hand missing by Murphy, left hand missing by Magruder, and this bout is over. And again, we could have a very interesting decision coming into this bout.
I think Magruder squeezed a draw out of this. You know, I think he won the first round, lost the two middle rounds, and finished off the final round in his favor. So I thought he fought his way back into a draw.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Once again, the judges: Wayne Smith, Paul Wallace, Eric Irizarry. All here getting ready for the judge's decision here. By the way, a number of officials that are here tonight will be getting on planes tomorrow. Go to Salt Lake City, Utah for the USA National Youth Nationals and Prep Open. That'll be in Salt Lake City, Utah. So a lot of folks, I know Brent Bovell's heading that way, and a few others are heading to Salt Lake City tomorrow for that event, and we'll give you some updates on that if we can on both our blogs, Boxing on the Beltway and Pro Am Fight Talk. So right now I'm not sure exactly what bout is coming up next. I just put that in the wrong place. Whether or not be Jordan White, Kareem Martin, Sam Cross is the co-feature. We do know that. And of course the main event, Tori Nelson taking on Sana Turunen. So we'll see if we get the official decision of this one.
Second round knockout. Stop. Jordan White, he's up here. They switch these two. They switch this one with no worries. Flip-flop.
They're waiting for the official decision. Ring announcer Discombobulating Jones at the ringside trying to get the cards.
Taking a little time.
But I agree with you, Juan. I would not be surprised if it is a draw. Because, again, Murphy, I tell you, Murphy has fought some great bouts here in this area. He gave Seth Billups everything he could handle in a majority decision. Seth Billups, that was at the Michael & Son Sportsplex, Sterling, Virginia, back in August of this year, August 4th. And see, now we get the here's the decision of the judges. Here's ring announcer Discombobulating Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, as seen here on Monumental Sports Network, before their hearts, I will deserve round of applause for both our young warriors. The business order is as follows. Judge Wayne Smith, saw at 39 to 37 for Magruder. Judge Paul Wallace and Eric Irizarry both scored the same, 38 to 38 is found in the declared a majority draw.
You got it. So we got the draw as Juan Marshall predicted. I thought it'd be a split decision draw, really, but and I'm a little surprised, maybe not totally surprised, that Magruder got a decision on one of the judges' card, Wayne Smith's card. Wayne Smith scored about 39-37, but Paul Walls, Eric Irizarry scored about 38-38. It's a majority draw here tonight. Magruder now 5-0-1 with 4 knockouts. And Matt Murphy now 3-30-4 with 2 KOs to his credit. And we'll see what's coming up next here from the Entertainment Sports Arena, right here on the Boxing on the Beltway Podcast Network. Stay with us.
It's early.
What you got to get back there? You got a bag? You got that, right? Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. Okay.
All right, next. Hey, everybody. Good to see you, buddy. How's everything? Good to see you. All right.
Coppin lost in overtime.
Oh, really? Who? To Coppin. Who they play? What is women or men?
The men.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of who they played.
Oh, wow.
This was a Pac-12. Might have been a Pac-12 team.
Mm-hmm. I would wonder that, though. Who? I would wonder that.
The men didn't play. The men play on the floor.
Yeah, women wondered that. That's what it was. Women. Who's think win that? Who's think won that one?
And DC guy got the first round and the fourth round. It might have been a draw.
Yeah.
2 or 3, my man was putting pressure on him.
Yeah. He's already fought 11 times this year. Fought 17 times last year. Murphy? Yeah.
Triggy Entertainment, DC.
Oh, we play Hampton here on the 22nd.
Yeah. I remember that. Hope I can work it. I like to work it.
Which way is basketball? This way?
Yeah, it's just that way, and the announcing. I did a couple of announcing games.
They bring the stands out?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. I did a couple of games for the Go-Go this year. Not good. Man, kind of damn. Fun to watch. Nobody comes see them. Oh wow!
I could not figure out how to get in here.
Right.
I went to Martin Luther King and they was right
Oh
down.
yeah.
The place would go around
Go Oak Drive.
Alabama Avenue. Come in where the Metro stop is.
No, that wasn't even right. It's the one next to it. Next one over. One on Oak Drive, right on Oak Drive.
Do they have any parking for parking?
I thought they did. They gave me one. I don't know what that was strange. I got on the blue lot somehow though. We're in the intermission here from the Entertainment Sports Arena. Gary Digital Williams alongside Juan Marshall. Listening to live coverage on the Box on Beltway Podcast Network of the Entertainment Sports Arena, the Tricky Entertainment and DC Fight Night card here from the ESA. Stay with us. We'll have more in a moment from the ESA here in Southeast DC. Walk around a little
Stevenson got knocked out too.
Did he really?
Wow. 11th
Thank you. And short dog in the house. And this first African American to win flyweight, super flyweight titles, and DC's only entry to the International Boxing Hall of Fame. DC's own Mark T. Sharp Johnson. Going on commentary at ringside, our rising reporter, his body's on #1, Rick Butler. And this we think he retired too soon. Former heavyweight champion Seth Mega Mitchell.
Back here at the Entertainment Sports Arena here in Southeast Washington, D.C., alongside Juan Marshall, I'm Gary Digital Williams as we continue our card here tonight, Tricky Entertainment and Fight Night, DC Fight Night card. And we've been told that Jordan Short Dog White will be in our next bout against the Adira Spearman. As I said earlier, Jordan White coming off a first-round knockout win back on November 8th. That was against Christian Renteria. That was in the Fancy Spring Casino in Indio, California. And was that the card that Lamont Roach was on?
Which one was this again?
No, it wasn't. He would fight on November 8th at the Fancy Spring Casino in Indio, California. I don't think he was on that card. It might have been Demetrius Ballard. I think another beltweight boxer was on that card.
Ballard.
It was Demetrius Ballard was on that card.
Demetrius Ballard and Short Dog.
Yeah, they were on that card. And that's coming up here. So we're getting ready for our next bout. Deputy Commissioner Skip Brown trying to get Jones, just about Jones to say. He does. Here we go. Adira Spearman, he's out of Laverne, Tennessee, by way of Hagerstown, Maryland. Originally from Hagerstown. Fought primarily, well, he's fought all over. He's fought in Texas twice, and he has fought in Pennsylvania at the Harts Casino in Bensalem, Pennsylvania, and in the place called the Filling Station in South Haven, Mississippi. Cam Taylor was his last opponent, and Taylor knocked out Spearman in the 4th round by TKO back on July 28th. He's in the ring now. You'll hear a good amount of cheering for this man. young man quickly becoming one of the fan favorites here in the Beltway. Jordan Short Dog White. He's trained by his father, also Lamont Rose Sr. is working with him. And Lamont Rose Jr. is in the ring. He's accompanying him to ringside. So ring announcer Dismowing Jones, official introduction.
Introducing the principals first. Fighting out of the blue corner, the black and silver trunks. He weighed a 128.2 pounds at 4 pounds. He has one victory, hailing from Laverne, Tennessee, outside Nashville, the home of country music. He's here tonight, but laying out some big hits of his own. Make it a warm nation town. Welcome to the Davis Raven. The opponent fighting out with the red corner. The red, black, and green trunks. He weighed in a 90 tight, 128 pounds. The professional record, 650s. Only one loss, 4 big games to his credit. And just like this war 8, he's on the rise. Here at DC's own, Jordan Short Dog White. Here we go with the final shot.
Kind of rare for Jordan White to have somebody who's actually he's taller than, and it's happening here tonight because Spearman is 5'4" and White coming in 5'7". Round one, this bout is scheduled for 4 in the featherweight division here from Washington D.C. the Entertainment Sports Arena. Gary Digital Williams alongside Warren Marshall here ringside. Thanks for staying with us here tonight. White with a good right hand down underneath. Left hand by White. Quick left jab. Left hand to the body by Spearman, but good left hand by White. Solid left hand return. White with a good right hand to the body. Another right hand to the body by White. Left jab by... Right jab, I should say, by Spearman. Spearman is southpaw. Right jab by Spearman. Right hand by Spearman misses, but the right hand by White does not. And that southpaw stands. It looks like Spearman's wide open for a right hand. First minute, round one, scheduled for 4. Right hand by White. Good combination indeed. Right hand followed by left hand. Left hand followed by right hand, actually. Right hand, and down goes Spearman, one knee. And they're going to call the knockdown. Spearman walking back and forth. He's up. And gets the 8 count from Brent Bovell. Now White trying to come forward. One knockdown in the first round. Heading to the final minute. Right hand missing there by Spearman. White with a couple of right hands to the body, and down he goes again. Spearman down to one knee. Second knockdown of the first round. Brent Bovell has Spearman get up. He's trying again. Nope. Spearman says no good. And Jordan White wins by first round knockout. And he is now 7-1, 4 KOs, 5 KOs, 5 KOs. Another solid performance for Jordan Short Dog White as he made short work of Indira Spearman.
Yeah, he did exactly what he wanted to do and what he's supposed to do in a fight like this. Once he sees he was too much for his opponent, you waste no time and you go ahead and end the fight. And he did that, and that's what you have to do as a professional when at the level. Even though you're in the point of building your career, you got to do it in a way that you know what you're doing, and you're not wasting your time. And also, you can't because you'll look bad if you go the distance with opponents you shouldn't be going the distance with. And that's why he did what he had to do tonight.
Waiting for the official time of the bout. The doctor's checking over in Darius Spearman. He seems to be okay, but he was just overwhelmed by the talent, speed, and the power of Jordan White. Spearman falls to 1-4, by the way.
Washington, D.C.
Spearman, I should say White, was fighting out of Waldorf, Maryland, but he's now fighting out of D.C. This card is being streamed live by Monumental Sports, and waiting for them to recap the bout and go through the replays that we're seeing on the screens here at the NTN Sports Arena, where we go to ring out this and Bobby and Jones. Lamont Rose Jr. in the ring. Of course, he has a big bout coming up on December 15th in Madison Square Garden. He defends his WBO International Super Featherweight Championship on that card, December 15th. Take on Alberto Mercado of Puerto Rico. So that's Saturday, December 15th, Saturday, December 15th from Madison Square Garden in New York City. Here's bringing out this Bobby and Jones.
As a TKO 2 minutes and 2 seconds of the very first round, is recognized as the second one with 5 KOs. Short on the line, Curtis.
We just walked up and walked back. Oh, okay.
So 3 bouts remaining on this card. Kareem Martin taking on Andrew Rogers. Again, we have a couple of boxers on this card who are very confident going in, who are on the B side of the ledger. And one of them is going to be in this card, in this bout coming up, as Kareem Martin takes on Elkhart, Indiana's Andrew Rogers. Rogers and Martin kind of got into it a little bit at the weigh-in. And so we'll see what happens. Kareem Martin, 10-2-1, 3 KOs. Now, he got to win his last bout, 4-round majority decision over Kevin Romack Jr. on June 30th at the Sphinx Club in D.C. But to be perfectly honest with you, Martin has not looked good really in his last 2 bouts.
Oh, there he is. Who is that?
Clarence Vincent. That's right. Very true. Very true. Clarence Untouchable Vincent. Now, someone just asked me about him just yesterday, as a matter of fact. He was a bronze medalist in the 2000 Olympic Games, Sydney, Australia. He was an Olympic bronze medalist in 2000 Sydney Games. And again,
at Madison Square Garden, December 15th. This is Lamont Rose.
but Clarence Untouchable Vincent was one of the great amateurs to ever come out of this area. Again, the last beltweight boxer to medal at the Olympics in 2000 Sydney, Australia.
Entire United States in history. Give them all a round of applause. That's right. And the new generation is here.
And so Mike, yes, indeed, Reed here in attendance. But again, a lot of luminaries here tonight. That seems to be the case with Beltway boxing nowadays. So getting ready for our next bout. Ooh, here we go with some Juan Smith and Sam Cross at our next bout. So again, they're changing up a little bit. And again, Juan, as we talked about that bout early on, that bout a lot of people have been talking about all throughout yesterday when we were at the weigh-in. Manila Gorilla Sam Cross with a good following here. Undefeated 7-5 KOs, taking on Juan Smith, 3-1 2 KOs out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. But again, Smith, very confident, had that 8 weeks training with Sergey Kovalev, and a lot of people are very confident on the Juan Smith side of the ledger.
And that's where it comes. It comes from preparation. That's what this bout's going to come down to. The preparation coming into this bout. Mm-hmm. Who prepared the best, and who can stand, each other's power, because we're talking about cruiserweights. We're talking about bigger fighters.
Right.
And we know the power Sam Cross has. And for Kovalev to bring Smith into his camp, Smith must have some power too, because he's won by all KOs. So that's what we're going to see tonight. Who's going to catch who first, and who's going to have the best defense to stop the other.
Now, they may change it back to what we had on our sheet tonight, which is Kareem Martin and Andrew Rogers. We'll see that. Again, just Clarence. Just see what's going on here. So while they figure it out, we'll take this time out. You listen to well, we'll see what happens. Okay, so now they're going with Andrew Rogers and Kareem Martin. Kareem Martin out of Washington, D.C. Solid amateur in his own right, won the National Golden Gloves. Again, needs a good win. Now, he had a win against Kevin Womack Jr., but I don't know if I call that a good win. And he had a loss, 8-round loss to Ryan Carl, and that was really in that bout. And back in August 2016, he got stopped in the 8th round by David Dede Grayton at the Sands Event Center in Pennsylvania. Andrew Rogers coming in the ring now.
Warrior to the ring, please. To the ring corner, Kareem Martin.
Kareem Martin coming to the ring now.
Okay.
Led by, there's Anthony Peterson. Giving a high five coming to the ring. Barry Hunter's here. Of course, the movie star himself, Boogie Harris, who's in the new Creed 2 movie, playing one of Adonis Creed's handlers. So I don't know if you've seen it yet. I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
Yeah, I had to check it out myself. But after all the promoting of the movie, and after all of the hype of the movie and everything, I think it paid off, because it's good reviews from everybody. So I think that's going to be an outstanding movie. I want to see it.
No question about it. Here's Dixon Bobbing Jones. And they're going to wait a little bit.
Walking distance, headbanger in the house, fighting
We're in a 6-round bout. Kareem Martin taking on Andrew Rogers. Alongside Juan Marshall, I'm Gary Digital Williams. Thanks for staying with us throughout the evening here from the Entertainment Sports Arena in Washington, D.C. Full filled up crowd here tonight. A lot of luminaries here in attendance. Mark Too Sharp Johnson is here. We have Javante Davis, WBA Super Featherweight champion here. And Roche Warren, who's scheduled to fight for another world title in January. He fights out of the Headbangers Gym in Washington, D.C. Which is the same gym, by the way, that Kareem Martin fights out of. And Martin gets tangled. And, of course, Lamont Peterson, who has a bout coming up in March. Barry Hunter's in the corner along with Boogie Harris. Rogers trying to throw right hand. Left hand missing by Rogers. Left hand blocked nicely by Martin. Left hand to the body by Martin. Very nicely done there. Another left hand by Martin. Left jab by Rogers. And Martin was showing good defense early on. Right hand over the top. Oh, left hand by Martin. Just misses. Referee Malik Waleed separates them. And once again. Left hand to the body by Rogers. Right hand by Rogers. Martin goes deep to the body with the right hand. While he separates them, they push back again. Martin going right back to the body. Twice to the body with the right hand. Heading to the halfway point of round 1, scheduled for 6. Right hand to the body by Martin. Left hand to the body by Martin. They sort of found there's a left hand up top by Rogers. Left hand to the body by Rogers. Right hand, and Martin really trying to go deep with that left hand to the body there. Get to the final minute of the first round. Left hand to the body by Rogers. Left hand again to the body by Martin. Martin with some solid body shots in his first round. Right hand missing by Rogers. Right hand up top by Martin that time. Rogers missing left hand. Martin with his right hand. Rogers with his left hand. This is again with the left hand over the top. Once again, they tangle right in the center of the ring. Referee Waleed goes to separate them. Final 30 seconds, first round, scheduled for 6. Left hand by Martin. There's a kind of a probing jab there. Right hand to the body by Martin. Solid right hand. Right hand over the top by Martin. Final seconds, first round. Good active first round here. Martin misses with a couple body shots at the round end. What do you think of Kareem Martin's body attack in that first round?
Martin's doing a good job. What he's doing. I like to see. I like what he's doing because what he's doing, he has great vision because he's figuring out what Rogers is doing right now, and he's making those adjustments throughout the attack, and he's been able to counterpunch off of what Rogers is doing, and the body work was expected. I'm pretty sure because that's what they do out the Headbangers. You know, they put the earmuffs on, and they go right to the body, and that's what he's doing now. He's trying to break Rogers down early. It's a 6-round bout. But if he keeps going to the body, Rogers is going to be suspect to some of them head shots that's followed by those body shots.
You ready to start round 2? Don't forget, 1 week from tonight, we'll be in the A.C. Jordan Arena on the campus of Bowie State University in Bowie, Maryland for the Shabazz Brothers card. Main event on that one, Greg Outlaw taking on Mac Allison IV. That should be a good one. Main event from Bowie State University, A.C. Jordan Arena. 1 week from tonight, Saturday, December the 8th. Round 2 scheduled for 6. They tangle once again. Referee Malik Waleed separates. Good right hand by Rogers there. Caught Warren off, I should say Martin off balance. They tangle once again. Right hand over the top by Martin. Left hand, right hand by Rogers misses. There's a left hand by Martin that misses. And that left uppercut. And a good right hand. They tangle once again. As Rogers lands the right hand and pushes Martin up against the far neutral corner. And referee Malik Waleed warning both men for different infractions. Not paying attention to the official for Rogers and look like holding for Martin there. Left hand by Rogers over the top. Kind of a slapping left hand, but it seems to land a little bit. Right hand over the top there by Martin. Tangle again. Good, beautiful right hand there by Martin. Solid right hand there. First, heading toward the halfway point of round 2, scheduled for 6. Oh, good right hand over the top by Rogers. Martin missing the right hand. Rogers pressing the issue a little bit here. On to the halfway point. There's left hand there by Martin. Left hand by Martin. Rogers staying on the outside. There's right hand to the body by Martin. Right hand up top by Martin. Lances off the face of Rogers. Rogers lands the right hand. Left hand over the top. Chopping left hand by Martin. Doesn't do too much damage to Rogers there. Left hand by Rogers. Martin trying to go underneath. They tangle right in the center of the ring. Referee Malik Waleed separates them. Both men exchange right jabs. Left hand by Rogers up to the body and then down to the body, up to the head, should say. And Martin hits Rogers on top of the head, gets warned by Malik Waleed. Heading to the final 30 seconds of the second round, we're scheduled for 6. And tangle once again, and Rogers' gloves hit the canvas, no knockdown though. Heading to the final 10 seconds of the second round. Both men getting their shots in. Rogers trying to land, Martin trying to land shots to the body. Left hand, that was a little low there by Martin that time. And Rogers come back with a couple of combinations as the round comes to a close. So kind of an uneven round that second round.
Yeah, from here I see the instructions that Barry Hunter is trying to give Kareem Martin to go to the body a little bit more. And what Martin needs to do, he needs to go upstairs, use the jab to work himself to get to the body. And that's what he's not doing. He needs to double jab up top and then go to the body. And then when he gets to the body, he needs to stay there inside and work the body a little bit more. But he's allowing Rogers to land some looping right hands over top from a distance in which he's actually catching him with some of those shots. And also Kareem Martin's landing like to the top of the head, like you said, of Rogers and getting warned, so he has to be careful with that.
One of Rogers' recent losses, he's got a 3-bout losing streak, was the Gary Antoine Russell should say. That was on April 21st at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. And by the way, the Russell brothers, along with Brandon Quarles, will be at the Barclays Center on Saturday, December 22nd. So we'll see what happens there. Round 3 was scheduled for 6. They tangle once again. Right hand by Rogers that time. Right hand to the body, left hand by Martin. And a good left hand to the body, back up to the head. Both men trying to open up early in this third round. And they tangle once again, and Rogers almost falls, but he hangs on. Left hand to the body by Martin. Right hand by Rogers, that glances off Martin's face. They tangle once again, both men trying to go to the body, and Martin pushes Rogers off. Martin looks a little bigger than he has in the past. And he just took a right-left combination from Andrew Rogers there. Left hand, good left hand there by Martin. Left hand to the body by Rogers, should say. Martin coming over the top, and once again being warned by referee Malik Waleed for hitting on top of the head. Rogers ducks down, and Martin has an opportunity to not hit him there, but he doesn't do it. And there's a left hand by Rogers. And tangle once again, referee warns Rogers for keeping his head low. Heading to the halfway point of round 3 was scheduled for 6. Left hand to the body by Martin. There's the right hand on the top by Martin. Right hand by Rogers. That lands. And they tangle once again. Left hand there by Rogers. They tangle once again. Green Martin has to get off the head of Rogers. There's a left hand by Green Martin. We head toward the final minute of the third round, scheduled for 6. Left hand to the body by Martin. Has been a big attack for him in this bout so far. And the tangle once again. And tangle once again as both men missing more shots than hitting right now in this third round. Left hand by Martin to the body. Right hand to the body by Martin. Martin with a good left hand right in front. Rogers tried the right hand. There's a right hand by Martin. Once again to the body. Final 15 seconds of the third round. Martin starts to move Rogers with some shots. And tangle once again. Headlock by Rogers and about. The two men get separated. Left hand to the body, a little low by Rogers as the bell rings. A couple of the guys in attendance tonight. WBA Super Featherweight Champion's head Devontae Davis. Patrick Harris, who was scheduled to be on the card on December 15th. Looks like he won't be there. We'll see. And former world champion Roche Warren, who I think is going after another world championship in January.
January 19th scheduled, rescheduled. He was supposed to be in at the Madison Square Gardens, I think, on the 22nd. Or is it Barclays?
Barclays Center.
It's the Barclays Center on the 22nd. And I guess it got rescheduled to the 19th in Las Vegas. I think it was the Adrian Broner card, Adrian Broner Pacquiao.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty big for him now. As far as this bout's concerned, both men are still trying to find their way in this thing, looks like.
Yeah, it's just, I think Kareem Martin needs to keep his distance. I think if he keeps his distance, use a jab, it'd be better. But right now, both fighters, they're sliding into each other and smothering each other's punches. That's why they don't get any clean shots off.
Here we go, round 4, scheduled for 6 here tonight. An Entertainment Sports Arena here in Southeast Washington, D.C. Green Martin, 10-2 with 1 draw, 3 KOs. Andrew Rogers, 4-4-1 with 2 knockouts, also 1 no contest. Right hand by Rogers, that glances off a little bit. There's left hand by Rogers. Rogers fighting backwards. It's kind of hard. They tangle once again. Referee Green Martin does that. His left hand by. A couple good left hands there by Rogers. There, left hand to the head, up to the body, and down to the body. Heading to the first minute of round 4, scheduled for 6. Martin trying to stalk and walk Rogers down, but there's a good left hand. Left hand by Rogers. By Martin, good right hand by Martin as well. Martin splendid in gold and black and gold. Chopping right hand there by Martin. They tangle once again. Referee Malik Waleed warning Martin for hitting his shots and not turning his punches over. They tangle once again. Referee Waleed verbally separates him. His right hand missing there by Martin. Is an uneven bout here as we are past the halfway point in the 4th round, scheduled for 6. Rogers tangles once again, and referee Malik Waleed kind of looks at him, keeps his head up. We head toward the final minute of the 4th round, scheduled for 6. Left hand missing there by Martin. And a lot of outside chatter here. A lot of people are not looking at this bout with intent right now. Again, both men kind of poison each other up, and they tangle once again. Headlocked by Rogers, and Malik Wali has to physically pull him away. And Martin's a little frustrated here because, again, Rogers been holding on throughout this bout. He gets a shot in here and there, but he's really kind of holding on a lot. Does it again. And once again, Malik Wali separates and warns. There's a good right hand by Martin. Final 10 seconds. Even the 10-second hand was kind of on the tired side. There's a tight left hand by Martin as round comes to a close. Don't forget, 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be at Tyson's Playground in Vienna, Virginia for the TAC Promotions card. Yeah, Patrick Harris was scheduled to be on that card. It looks like he won't be. We also know that Tariq Irby as well as Ronaldo Gaines are off that card. So among the locals, Juan de la Cruz Rodriguez. I keep calling him by his old nickname, and I keep forgetting that he doesn't use that nickname anymore. But Juan de la Cruz Rodriguez out of Haymarket, Virginia will be on that card, along with the Machine, Marlon Boland, as well as Rashad Coach Kilpatrick. Some of the beltweight boxers will be on that card 2 weeks from tonight, Saturday, December 15th, from Tyson's Playground on Tycho Road in Vienna, Virginia. Get ready for round 5. Headed for 6. They tangle once again as they've done throughout the bout. Left hand met by Rogers a little bit, kind of a slapping left hand. And again, Martin was warned for doing that. No, I'm sorry, Rogers was warned for doing that. Excuse me, Rogers was warned for doing that early on. And tangle once again. Referee Waleed separates them. Rogers do a punch and stumbled a little bit. And Martin fell, but no knockdown either way. There's a left hand, good left hand there by Rogers. The right hand over the top by Rogers. The other right hand just missing over the top. And there's a left hand by Rogers. First minute, round 5, scheduled for 6. His left hand there by Martin. Both men tangling, both men swinging for the fences, and both men missing.
Smothering each other's shots. Yeah, both guys are they in too close with each other and smothering each other's shots, so they're not able to land any clean shots.
Halfway through round 5. Both men working inside.
It's a lot of grabbing, a lot of holding and going on, a lot of wrestling going on.
This has been an ugly fight pretty much since round 2 especially. Round 1, Martin had a good first round, but ever since then it's been just a very ugly bout. Both men actually doing a lot more missing than hitting, as Martin throwing right hands, and Waleed called for the break, but they were separated and let him go a little bit. Now they tangle once again. Now the referee separates them. Left hand, good left hand by Martin that time. And Martin pushing, and they're holding and grabbing and pulling and falling and rolling and not doing much of anything else. There's left hand there by Martin. They tangle once again. Waleed, who's been a very busy man this bout, has separated once again. Heading to the final 15 seconds of the 5th round. Rogers coming forward, trying to land shots. He can't do it. Final 10 seconds. Good left hand there by Martin. Solid left hand to the face of Andrew Rogers. Unfortunately, those shots are becoming kind of few and far between in this contest, and it's been a tough one all the way through.
And you know what? That might be the deciding factor who lands is the cleaner shot towards the end of the round. Even though if it's only 1 or 2 that clean shots that land, and that might be the deciding factor because, like you said, those guys, like I said earlier, those guys, they're smothering each other's shots. They're in close, they're clinching a lot. and the referee has to break them up, and then they're not doing too much, and they go right back to doing the same thing. They stepping into each other, crowding each other's punches, and then when Martin is able to step back a little, he's able to grab those 1 or 2 clean shots, and I think those are the ones that run him around.
So to come a main event, Tori Nelson taking on Sana Tuinen from Finland. That's 10 2-minute rounds for the UBF Middleweight Championship that Nelson owns. And also we have co-feature Sam Crosted against Tawan Smith. Sixth and final round. Waleed brings him to the center of the ring. They touch gloves, and here we go. They tangle once again, and referee has separated once again. Good left hand by Martin underneath. Right hand and left hand, they tangle. And up against the ropes. And Malik Waleed separates them once again. Good left hand there by, the right hand should say by Martin, but they tangle once again. And really, all Rogers especially is doing in this contest, throughout this contest, has been holding. They tangle once again. And they tangle once again. Left hand there by, the left hand to the body by Martin. First minute, final round. Left hand again to the body. Nice left hand by Martin. Now again, we thought early on that the body shot was going to be a big attack for Martin, but because of the holding by Rogers primarily, he hasn't been able to do it much.
And that's clearly what's going on. Like I said, it's a lot of inside work of holding that's going on, and not allowing Martin to get those body shots in that he wants to get on.
They tangle once again. Waleed separates him once again. Right hand, left hand to the body, and Rogers claimed it was a low blow, but he seems to be okay. Head to the halfway point of round, actually past the halfway point of round 6, final round is about. Heading to the final minute of the round. Right hand over the top, good counter right hand by Martin. Once again, they tangle, good left hand to the body by Rogers. Kind of glanced off the arm of Martin. Inside the final minute, final round. Right hand to the body by Martin. Another right hand up top by Martin. They tangle once again, and referee Waleed slaps the hand away from Martin. Right hand to the body. Tangle once again. Again, I tell you, Waleed's really becoming the third man in the ring because he's doing as much slapping as the two boxers are. Round 30 seconds, again a hold. I guess it's really too late now. I mean, you really can't take a point away from anybody. As we're inside, heading to the final 20 seconds of the final round. Tangle once again. And and Waleed, he may have thrown and landed more shots than both Martin and Rogers tonight. As we head to the final seconds of the final round. And we'll go to another decision here tonight at the Entertainment Sports Arena. And Rogers really believes he won this bout.
I don't know why. I don't understand why.
Yeah. He was jumping up on the turnbuckles and was really celebrating what he thought was a win here. And we have to wait and see. That brought chuckles here at ringside at the press row here. But again, I thought Malik Waleed actually threw more shots than both the boxers did. All the slapping he did. And it's showing what little highlights they can show in that bout here on the big screens here at the Entertainment Sports Arena. Waiting official decision. Matt Murphy in the ring, resplendent now in a black vest with gray shirt and a nice tie. You know, it's amazing how these guys, after they do what they do, they dress up so well. You remember Zarbek Triple Z Nishinbayev
yeah.
a few months ago. Before and after, right? He came for the bout. He was a three-piece suit. He said, "That's my business suit." Okay, great, fantastic. And again, Mike Murphy. You know, he doesn't have the best record in the world, but he comes for business, and I got to give him a lot of credit for that.
You know, I think he's one of those fighters that knows his career is about making money, and that's why he fights so often and so frequently. You know, when you can make with him, he might make maybe I want to say $3,000 maybe at the least in about. So he's fought 11 times this year. Hey, that's a good purse for himself. Yeah.
Hard work if you can get it, but nice work if you can get it, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
So now we go to ring announcer Disc Bobbling Jones in just a second. He'll give us the official decision of the judges.
All three judges, Paul Wallace, Wayne Smith, Eric Irizarry, sorted the same 59 to 55, all to the winner. By the unanimous decision, Kareem Ringo Martin.
So all three judges, Wayne Smith, Paul Wallace, Eric Irizarry, all scored about 59-55 for Kareem Martin, who gets a good win. Not an easy win in the sense of how much holding that Rogers was doing throughout the night. But Kareem Martin now raises his record to 11-2 with 3 KOs. Andrew Rogers now falls to 4-5-1 with 2 KOs. We're back with more from the Entertainment and Sports Arena. Our co-feature coming up, Sam Crosser taking on Twan Smith, and about a lot of people talking about throughout this week, right here from the ESA. Stay with us on the Box on Beltway Podcast Network.
Oh, that was told me last night. I love you.
Voices and all the broadcasts. Wish I had those I could sing. I'm WPBC. WPBC and Fox 5, listen to the guy Lammers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard tonight, you are definitely in a place where take my name is BGC 95.5. Perhaps you check me out on Fox 5. I got that brand new show called Like It or Not. You see, ladies and gentlemen, Tricky Entertainment has done it big in a big way. That's because they are bouncing right here in DC. Now, being on the radio, I'm kind of the energy type of dude. We are about to get ready for the two last fights. Not only that, but we are about to pay tribute to DC in a big way. Let's take a trip down memory lane, ladies and gentlemen. Back in the day, you were with your move. Where would you take it? To the Carter Barron. Now, on Fox 5, it ain't like that. Now that I'm with my people, you gonna try like take it down to the Carter Barron. On Sunday, what you gonna do? We gonna let Hayes Point get the car shined up. Y'all feel me with that? Y'all remember Hayes Point? Of course, you see the man coming out the ground like the Acura legend looking all lovely. And then, well, what you do is you have been with your move. One thing that has not changed throughout the time right here in DC is our love for Go-Go. You see, Go-Go is a heart of DC. Go-Go is a vibe of DC. Y'all feel me? Yeah. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, Tricky Entertainment does it big in a big way. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we gonna take it back down memory lane. Perhaps you remember the Oddbets. Perhaps you remember the Metro, or like I like to call it the Met. Perhaps you remember the Sugar Cane. Perhaps you remember the Black Hole. Y'all feel me? Don't let the suit fool you. You see, we are about to have an official break fest right here at what we like to call DC Funky. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to start feeling the energy. I want y'all to start clapping if you love Go-Go. I want y'all to start clapping, let me feel the energy. Come on, let me hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, there were several Bolo groups that we all remember. You got Groovers, you got Jump, but tonight, it's all about that BYB. You know what I'm talking about. Because we about to, like I said, put that junk in a pocket. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, get your cell phones ready. Take a picture, click. Remember, Tricky Entertainment doing it like no other. The DC Lottery. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DC Fight Night. Coming to the stage, coming to the ring, to bring you a great best like no other. Please welcome Sauce from BYB. Bring it on. Oh, I love this. Got the Go-Go, got the Congo set up. Only in DC can we do this. Only in DC. Tricky Entertainment. Are we ready? I like this. Well, in the meantime, DJ, let's go ahead and play a little song as we get ready to have this break fest. You know, the Congos been warmed up. They've been psyched up. And we're going to make sure we get it right and put it in the pocket for you. Of course, we still have the two main events coming up right here in this ring. Like no other. Oh, I like this. Never before have you seen Congos in a box boxing ring. Only Tricky Entertainment's gonna do it to you like that. Whip your hands off, put them in the pocket. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is the first of many events, boxing events that Tricky Entertainment will be doing. You haven't heard, tell a friend, bring a friend, because this is the Grand Open. Are we ready? You feel it? You son? Well, we must respect. Go royalty in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Put them in the pocket. Sauce. BYB. That. Ladies and gentlemen, songs like no other represent that PYB, aka that. I see you, homie. Did the damn thing. Real quick, man. I know you gotta talk about how I am. You think about Go-Go in DC. You think about the transition, gentrification, everything DC used to be Chocolate City. What's staying the same is the respect we have for you and Go-Go. What does that mean to you, my man?
It's very humbling, man. Just look at these people, man. These people have to show out, man. And I hope you all to check around, man. The grandfathers, man. It's very humbling feeling, man. Appreciate y'all, man. And I love the sport of boxing. I follow the sport, man.
Two things that really caught my attention with what you just said. Number one, we got boxing right here in DC. But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, he gave much respect to none other than the godfather of Go-Go, Chuck Brown. May he R.I.P. Y'all show him some love. One more time, songs represent that BYB, aka Black. I see you, homie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a Tricky Entertainment event. This is what's different about this. Never before have you seen this happen right here in DC. Never before have you ever seen the combos in the middle of a boxing ring, and you're going to continue to see that as Tricky Entertainment does it like no other. We got 2 events coming. We got 2 matches left, and you're going to see it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, hold tight, hold fast, as we get ready to introduce the man with the master plan, saying the national anthem for tonight. Perhaps he goes by the name of D.H., perhaps he goes by the name of Derrick Holmes. Most importantly, perhaps he's representing that Bob Band. Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to DC Fight Night, y'all. Oh, say, can you see how the dogs are living life? You're so proudly living at the twilight tree. It was right and my side through the bedrock side. Oh, forever we bow. But so
Derek Holmes with a very unique rendition of our national anthem. So unique that a lot of people didn't know it was actually going to be the national anthem. They didn't stand up. So we'll see what happens.
This is DC Fight Night.
You're listening to live coverage of the Tricky Entertainment DC Fight Night card from the Entertainment Sports Arena here in Southeast Washington, D.C. Alongside Juan Marshall, I'm Gary Digital Williams. We have a lot of luminaries here in D.C., here in the building tonight. I ran into Hall of Famer Mark Too Sharp Johnson. The man who was Mark Johnson before Mark Johnson was here tonight. He's a 1976 Olympian. Louis Heidi Curtis was on the U.S. Olympic team with Jerry Leonard and the Spinks brothers and Charles Mooney and all them. Also, had an interesting situation that I had that was right there for me. The guy who was here tonight is actually a basketball player with Coppin State University. And I watched him play, and actually last year he spent the majority of the season on with an injury, so he was out for the whole season. But he's back now. His name is DeJuan Clayton, out of Bowie, Maryland, and of course Coppin State has their first home game on the men's side on the head coach Juan Dixon, coming up on Monday, December 3rd, as they take on UMBC. Of course, UMBC, the Cinderella darlings of last year's NCAA tournament, knocking off number 1 seed Virginia in the first round. Only 16 teams seed to do that. So apparently he and Jordan White are very good friends. And actually, DeJuan and I are neighbors in the Beltway area. So just happy to see that. So good to see him, and you will see him on Monday night. So get ready for our co-feature, Sam Crossett, taking on Juwan Smith. We'll get all 6 rounds, and if we have to go to a second podcast for Tori Nelson's Sanaa Turner, we will do that. Right now we're in pretty decent shape. Depending how long the Crossett Juwan Smith goes. And actually, Crossett has gone unanimous decision twice, both in 4-rounders. Against Martez Williamson and Damon Reed, both pretty crafty guys. Everybody else has been the knockout inside 4 rounds or less for Sam Crossett. He's 7-0, 5 KO. Right now, he is the clubhouse leader. He is the clubhouse leader for the knockout of the year when he knocked out Josh Jones on June 16th at the Gardens Ice House in Laurel, Maryland, in the first round. Juan Smith, we said 3-1, 2 KOs, had his first pro loss against Marcus Sanchez back on March 16th in Oklahoma City. This Kamal Lane Jones back in the ring. See if we can continue to get things rolling here.
Warrior to the right, please. To the corner, Juan Smith.
Here comes Juan Smith, and a guy with a lot of confidence going into this bout. As we said earlier tonight, he spent about 7 or 8 months sparring with Sergey Kovalev. So we'll see if that parlays into this bout against Sam Crossett, who spent some time sparring with Nick Kisner. And kind of a difference there, but we'll see. No offense to Kisner, of course, but Kovalev is of course, main event former world champion.
Warrior to the right, please. To the right corner, Sam Crossett.
Here comes the Vanilla Gorilla, Sam Crossett from Greenbelt, Maryland. Another good guy on, good popular guy here. Of course, a lot of that popularity comes from that Super Bowl commercial he did a couple years ago with Mike Tyson. Former All-State football player. I want to say it of Eleanor Roosevelt, but I'm not exactly sure. But I think it was in Eleanor Roosevelt High School here in Greenbelt, Maryland. Malik Waleed staying in the ring as referee. Both these guys the same age at 31. And this is Bobby and Jones.
Scheduled for 6 rounds or less in the cruiserweight division. The referee once again, Malik Waleed. Introducing the principal first. Right now, the blue corner, he's wearing a black and white Kelsey weight and a rough and tough 187.6 pounds. Professional record, 3 victories, 1 loss, with 2 KOs to the credit from the OK Boxing Corral. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Fight fans, can you handle Juan, the True Smith? He's with the red and black, weighing in a long and strong 189.6 pounds. Undefeated as a pro, a perfect 7-0 with 5 KOs to the credit. Being called the Ronto Watch in the cruiserweight division today from Greenbelt, Maryland. Here's Sam, the Vanilla Crossett.
Smith came in tonight, very confident, especially after the weigh-in last evening. And we'll see what happens when they face the Vanilla Gorilla, Sam Crossett. Alongside Juan Marshall, I'm Gary Digital Williams. Thank you so much for staying with us right here from the Entertainment Sports Arena. Good crowd on hand turned out to be here in Southeast DC. But first, First card of the dynamic December of Beltway Boxing. Next week will be at Bowie State University. Here we go, round 1, and Smith comes out firing with the left hand, but he misses.
Get it in.
Both men looking. Both men jockeying for position here. Right hand missing there by Crossett. Left hand there by Crossett. Left hand to the body misses by Crossett, just barely. Right hand missing there by Crossett. Smith trying to measure, get the left jab in. Both men just poised looking at each other. There's a left hand by Crossett that misses. Right hand missing by Smith. There's left jab by Smith that misses. Right hand misses by Crossett. Wow, right hand. You get the feeling if he connects with that, it's all over. You really do. Sam Crossett once had a 4-second knockout in the amateurs. There's left hand by Crossett. Pushes Smith away. Left jab by Smith. Heading to the halfway point of round 1, scheduled for 4-6. Left hand, right hand missing there by Crossett. Left hand by Crossett. Nice jab indeed. Yes, indeed. Heading to the final minute of the first round, scheduled for 6. Right hand missing there by both men. Both men jockeying position in the center of the ring. Left hand by Smith. Glances off the face of Crossett. Left hand by Crossett. Inside the final 45 seconds. And Crossett just a little wild here. He does settle down. Watch out. There's another wild right hand that misses. Left jab by Crossett. Okay, to the final 20 seconds of the first round, scheduled for 6. Left hand and right hand in the corner, in the near neutral corner. Crossett at Smith. Smith came out, threw a right hand to the body. Final seconds, first round. And that body shot may have hurt Crossett a little bit in the latter stage of the first round.
Yeah, Crossett, he's trying to work his jab a little bit. What he needs to do, he needs to stop overextending that right hand he's trying to land, because he's leaving him wide open for a counter shot. And what Smith is doing, Smith is gradually working the body of Crossett. And what you know, he just landed that body shot to end the round. And it looked like when he landed the body shot, Sam Crossett dropped that arm down, make it look like it hurt him a little bit. But you know, that was just to open the round. Both of these guys being aggressive in this first round, still trying to feel each other out. And we're going to see what the second round has, because both of them trying to land hard, heavy right hands on each other.
Get ready for round 2, because our main event coming up. And depending on how long this bout goes, we may go to a second podcast to get that whole main event in for you. Unfortunately, on the mobile version of this app, we only have about 5 hours worth of space. Round 2, and Malik Wali checking to see if Twan Smith has his mouthpiece, which he does. Here we go. Left jab by Crossett. Left hand to the body by Crossett. Right hand. Ooh, slapping right hand by Crossett. Left hand, right hand to the body by Crossett. Right hand by Smith. A good right hand by Smith. And he's got Crossett in a little bit of trouble. Referee Malik Waleed separates him. But a solid right hand by Twan Smith there in the first minute of round 2. Maybe the first time Smith may have taken, Crossan may have taken a punch. Because we have not had an opportunity to really see how good his chin is. Left jab by Smith. First minute. Inside the first minute, round 2. Twan Smith with a right hand. Sam Crossan comes in with a left hand of his own. Left hand body. That's left hand body up top by Crossan. Smith using his hands, putting his hands back and forth. Now he's got his hands down. Brings back hands back up, right up to his face. Left jab by Smith. Tang once again. Referee Malik Waleed slaps Crossan's hands away.
That right hand seems like to mouse up the left eye of Cross a little bit, right underneath the bottom of it.
Under a minute to go in the second round. And Smith going inside, and Crossan, his output has suddenly diminished after that right hand. The right hand by Smith, left hand by Crossan, should say. Smith trying to duck away from that, but Crossan has a good right hand there. But Smith says, come on. Inside the final 30 seconds.
He rolled with the punch a little bit. They took a little power off that shot that Sam threw. It was a good chance. It was a good opportunity for Sam to land it, though.
20 seconds to go in this second round. There's a right hand missing by Smith. And referee Malik Waleed separates him. Final second tick away in the second round. Wild right hand by Crossan misses. Left hand by Crossan misses. There is indeed a left hand. And right at the end of the second round, Smith lands a right hand that knocks Crossan down, and they're going to call that a knockdown. And Crossan comes forward to Malik Waleed, and the second round is over. But I tell you, that was a brutal right hand. That's not the only right hand that Crossan has felt in that second round.
And I think when Smith landed that first right hand, it definitely gained the respect from Crossan because his output became it dwindled down a little bit. Now, like I said, at the pre-fight talk we had, it becomes down to who trained the best for this fight, and also the better competition they face coming into this. Now, this is the fight that Sam has really been tested,
right?
Because we've seen him with short fights up until this one. So Smith is a true fighter that comes in to give Crossan a test. Now we see what kind of adversity Sam Crossan can have.
So knockdown, I should say, came right at the end of the third round. Referee Malik Waleed calls time as the Smith corner has to clean up some water. Here we go, round 3. We'll see what condition Crossan's condition is in, because Smith's got to feel very confident going in this third round. He can land some good shots and hurt Sam Crossan. He's already knocked him down in the first round. Second round. We're in round 3, scheduled for 6. Both men land. Smith with a wild left and right hand. The left jab by Smith. Right hand wild by Crossan. Both men using left jab. First minute, round 3, scheduled for 6. Left hand missing by Smith. Smith camp trying to tell Smith to come forward. He tangled once again. Malik Waleed separates him. Right hand over the top by Crossan. But Smith hung on to it. There's another right hand by Crossan. They tangle once again. And referee Malik Waleed separates them. Left hand by Smith. Left jab by Smith. The right hand by Crosset. Lands a good left-right combination there. Left hand by Smith, another right hand by Smith. And Smith got Crosset moving as we're inside a minute to go in the third round. The left hand by Smith. Left jab by Crosset. And both men kind of pawing with the jab a little bit. Both men exchanging left jabs. 30 seconds to go in the third round. Right hand by Crosset. Right hand missing by Crosset just barely. Right hand by Smith to the body. Tries left jab, and Crosset gets out of the way. Left hand by Crosset. Both men exchange left hands to the body. Left and right hands to the body. Final second, third round. And Crosset stalking Smith, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens as the second half of the bout now comes into play. And as you said, Crosset landed a great shot, but as you said, Juan Smith ate it.
You know, we've seen this, you know, this type of bout is nothing new to us. We've seen fighters with a lot of knockouts go into tough fights where their power punches are unable to stop the legitimate fighters that they're facing. And this is one of those situations where Crosset is so used to knocking people out, it shocked him to land a shot, and this guy's still coming forward. And so Sam has to make an adjustment to put some counter punches and put some combinations together to go along with those body shots. I mean, those power shots that he's trying to land. And with I think Smith is getting more confident as he goes because he sees that he's able to get to Crosset and able to land some shots on Crosset. And we're going into the fourth round. And I think we're going to see a little more action from Sammy. I think he's going to press on the gas from Smith. I think he's going to press on the gas. And I think Crosset is getting a little tired, it looks like.
Round 4, we're scheduled for 6 here tonight from the Entertainment Sports Arena. Crosset trying to go to the body with the left hand. Left jab by Crosset. Left hand by Crosset once again. Right hand by Smith, and Smith goes a little southpaw here. Right hand by Crosset misses. Now back to conventional goes Juan Smith out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in the black trunks with the white trim. Good combination there by Crosset, but Smith comes right back, and Smith trying to pressure Crosset into Smith's corner off to our left. Referee Waleed separates him. So Crosset landing good shots, but
Smith's taking the power, and that's what's shocking Crosset. He got to make the adjustment for fighters that keep coming when he's landing those power shots.
First minute, round 4, scheduled for 6. His right hand missing there, they tangle once again. And Crosset gets out of the way. Heading to the halfway point in the fourth round, scheduled for 6. Right hand to the body by Smith. That's a hard right hand there. Left jab by Smith. On one hand, you want Smith to be a little bit more active. At the same time, you respect the power of Sam Crosset, although Smith has taken a lot of his good shots so far. Left jab by Smith. Left jabs again. Both men trying to throw left jab. Smith throwing left jab.
I think Smith's trying to bait Crosset into throwing a shot so he can land a counter shot.
Smith now following Crosset around the ring. Crosset on the outside. Right hand missing by Crosset. Left jab by Smith. Under 30 seconds to go in the fourth round. Right hand to the body by Quan Smith. Both men exchanging left jabs. Left hand to the body by Crossett. Falling left hand top. Right hand to the arms of Crossett. But Smith comes back. Final seconds, fourth round. And now that Smith knows, or seems to know, that Crossett can't hurt him, what does Crossett do for adjustment? What does Smith do for an adjustment?
Now Crossett has to turn throwing power punches. He has to transfer that into throwing quantity of punches to land to get points. That's what he has to do. He changed one power shot to combinations so he can open up some points for himself.
So Smith, going again, he was confident coming into this bout. Really felt he had a plan for Sam Crossett. And besides him taking the power of Sam Crossett, which no one has seemed to do, except for the bouts where, quite frankly, I don't think he looked very good. And that was two bouts he had at the Convention Center and at DC Armory. Crossett did not look very good in those bouts. Tonight he's looking decent, but he's going to be the guy who maybe a step up a little bit.
I think what it is, we're seeing something that we haven't was able to see in those past fights, which is longer rounds.
Yeah. Round 5 scheduled for 6. And this is virgin territory for Sam Crossett. He's never been past 4 rounds before in his career. Right hand, good right hand left by Smith. Right hand to the body by Smith. Right hand up top by Smith. And Crossett has to hang on. Sam Crossett trying to follow Smith around. Left hand by Crossett. Smith shakes his head saying no, it didn't hurt. Right hand by Smith. Left hand by Smith. Right hand by Smith. Remember, Smith has one knockdown late in the second round. Right hand on top. Left hand by Smith. Right hand, good left hand. Left cross by Smith. Another left hand by Smith. Crossett trying to throw a counter left hand. That misses. So Smith really trying to put on the pressure here in the 5th round. We're halfway through the 5th round. Right hand by Crossett. Left hand by Crossett. And Smith just seemed to take it. Kind of rolls his eyes, saying it didn't hurt him. Left hand by Smith. Right hand by Smith. Right hand by Smith and Crossett trying to land shots.
I think I see what's getting to Crossett. It's the pressure that Smith keep coming forward, pressing. Even when Smith isn't that active, he's still walking forward, pushing Crossett against the ropes, leaning on Crossett, making Crossett grab him when he doesn't
right
have
now.
to do it.
He's doing right now. Left hand by Crossett, that lands. But Smith is indeed still coming forward as we're heading toward the final 30 seconds of the 5th round. Left hand by Crossett. Smith goes with the right hand. Right hand over the top by Crossett, by Smith. And Smith lands a couple good shots. Crossett's in deep trouble. And Smith trying to put him down. 15 seconds remaining and Smith landed some crushing shots. Crossett's in trouble. He may last the 5th round. Seconds going away, and a good right hand by Crossett, and Smith not saying it. Left hand by Crossett as the round ends. So Smith had his best chance since the second round when he did knock Crossett down, and Crossett looks like he's in deep trouble as he heads to the 6th and final round.
Yeah, he definitely looks drained. And like I said, it goes back into preparation for this fight. And when I say preparation for this fight, I mean you go back to the start of your career on the type of fights that you have coming into fights like this. So that's why I always tell fighters, you got to pick the right fights at the right time and make progression in each fight that you're going into. And that prepares you for fights like this. So with the pressure coming on, CrossFit never had this kind of pressure coming. He's always landed those shots that put fighters down. But now can he face the adversity of fighting a guy that's putting the pressure on him while taking those shots that he's landed? And right now, Smith is coming forward and also putting some pressure on CrossFit and landing some good solid shots that's actually hurting CrossFit.
So it'll be interesting as we get to the 6th and final round in the night. Our co-feature for Entertainment Sports Arena. And Smith now dancing back and forth to his right now. Smith's body shot, tries the body shot with the left hand.
This is the round I think Smith is going to try to add more offense to his arsenal with the footwork that he's moving. I think he's going to set up some different angles to land some harder shots on. Just like he missed that right hand right there. That's the hand he sets him up with. And he's trying to land some counter shots on CrossFit.
Left jab missing by Smith. The left hand by CrossFit that misses. Now right hand by CrossFit. Left hand by CrossFit. Smith still coming forward. So no matter what CrossFit has done, he has not kept Smith from going forward. First minute, final round. Smith goes underneath the tango. Referee Waleed separates him. Left hand by Smith. Both men exchanging left jabs. Halfway through the final round, CrossFit gets in there, tries to throw a left hand. They tangle once again. Referee CrossFit pushes Smith away, but Smith comes forward once again. And that right hand there by Smith inside. They tangle once again, right in the center of the ring. Referee Malik Waleed separates them. Left jab by Smith. Under 45 seconds to go in the final round. Right hand by CrossFit misses. Left hand misses. Smith comes forward. Right hand by Smith. That misses. Right hand by CrossFit. Left hand by Smith. 3 straight jabs by Smith. CrossFit with his hands low, going back into his own corner off to his right. Into the final 20 seconds of the final round. Right hand by CrossFit, but Smith still comes forward. Final 10 seconds, final round. Boy, we thought it was going to be interesting, and it has been. Left hand missed by CrossFit, but Smith comes right back. And the bell rings to end the bout. And that's going to be interesting to see what happens here. And Smith raises his arms. He believes he's won. I quite frankly believe he's won. And that's going to be interesting to see how this score comes about.
Yeah, I think the aggressiveness comes from Smith. But the shots that Sam was able to land early on, they were, I want to say it was taken away because Smith became so consistent through this. Right. I mean, the pressure all throughout the rounds. Mm-hmm. I mean, from start to finish, he always came forward. Sam never really backed him up into a corner.
Right.
And he was able to, and he was able to back CrossFit up, and also able to put him down.
Yeah.
So I think that knockdown,
may be the big key in the whole bout. No question about it. Knockdown may be the big key in the bout. But as Juan said, every time CrossFit landed a shot, Smith kept forward. So as soon as we get the decision of this bout, we'll go to a second podcast put together a second podcast for you for the entire Tory Nelson's Sana Turin bout. Just make sure we get all of it in. We got about 70 minutes to go on the podcast. But again, I don't know how long it's going to be between. We had our national anthem, so if it goes straight through, we may get it out, get in there. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see what happens. Two-man embrace in the ring. Juan Smith now shakes hands with the CrossFit camp. We're waiting the decision of the judges announced to us by bringing out this by million. By the way, it's Wayne Smith along with Paul Wallace and Steve Rados is announcing this bout. I should say judging this bout. And more than likely he'll judge the main event as well. Still waiting the decision of the judges. And we just got it now. As Discombobulating Jones comes to ringside, goes up into the ring. Again, the decision should be very interesting, no question about that.
What's up, young bro?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Here's ring announcer. Oh, we're still talking about it on the live stream here. And here's Discombobulating Jones.
Split decision. Judge Paul Wallace scored 57 to 56 for Crossing. Judge Steve Rados saw 57 to 56 for Smith. And Judge Wayne Smith scored 57 to 56. The winner by split decision.
So Sam Crossett wins a somewhat disputed 6-round split decision. Tough decision there. Once again, the scores. Steve Rados and Wayne Smith scored about 57-56 for Crossett. Judge Paul Wallace scored about 57-56 for Paul Wallace. And that was, again, a tough decision. I don't agree with it. I definitely thought Smith won it. A lot of fans, and you hear some of the crowds here, a lot of fans thought Smith won it here at Entertainment Sports Arena.
In the reality of it, Smith, in my opinion, did win the fight. I think the scores should have been flipped around the other way, if anything.
What do you mean?
As far as the 57-56.
Well, almost 57-56 all the way around score.
That's what I'm saying. But the double scores, it should have went in Smith's way, I think. And just because of the knockdown, I think. I don't think that Crossett really fought himself back into it to get to 57-56 scores.
Right. Now, the only thing I can see is that the knockdown, I should say, of Crossett by Smith came right at the end of the round. And maybe the judges didn't see it as a 10-8 round. They saw it as a 10-9 round.
But if it was counted a knockdown, it should have been 10-8.
It should have been. Yeah, it definitely should have been. But again, I mean, there is an option for that, especially as late as it was. But it was such a solid knockdown. There wasn't a flash. It was a solid knockdown. And I think because of that, it should have gone 10-8.
Definitely that. And Sam definitely, out of this bout right here, he definitely has something to take to the gym with him.
No question
you know, and I think he needed a fight like this. If he wants to further his career and he can see exactly where he is, this is the type of fight that he needs. And you can see it in them that it was a tough fight for him.
So Sam Crossan now 8-0, 5 KOs. Juan Chu Smith 3-2 with 2 KOs. Looks like they're going to another performer in the ring. So we'll play this by ear here. You listen to live coverage of the Tricky Entertainment and DC Fight Night card from the Entertainment Sports Arena on the Box Elbow, a podcast network.
Because these shit change, you know, make sure we're part of that change. We don't want our people to get pushed out. So on the front line, fight for our people.
The whole town on that one.
Also, one side, Tricky Entertainment, they help feed over 100 families. Over 100 families with a turkey. Holiday Christmas and Thanksgiving. Thank you all for doing that as well. With our Deputy Brian Kennedy today. We saw Deputy Brian Kennedy. I see the bull here. You look good and free, bull. You look good and free. I saw my cousin in the also one of the great boxers across DC. That's my cousin. Thank you all for coming out and enjoying myself here tonight. And God bless you. Bless.
Oh, okay.
That's how I can win this fight.
Okay.
Every time he got hit, he's coming out.
Wasn't wrong with no bad intention.
No, he wasn't. You're right. Right.
So is everybody ready to take home some cash tonight?
Who knows?
So a lot of y'all playing with us tonight, so I got 4 minutes
hey, how you
to
doing?
take home some cash prizes. But before we do that, I'd like to thank everybody for playing DC Lottery tonight, because for every dollar spent on DC Lottery, it goes back to this wonderful city that we all love, and nobody else but Tricky Entertainment and Irwin and Tara Pendergrass who brought us out on a rainy Saturday night in Southeast and brought a fight night back to DC. So congratulations to Tricky Entertainment. We're proud to be a sponsor, and we're proud to be hanging with you and giving away lots of cash and prizes. So let's get ready. Rachel Cunningham. Anybody know Rachel Cunningham? Phone number 202-276-202-276.
Slim kept coming forward too. You see that? I was just talking about it with Darren. I said no matter what, he ate all those punches and kept coming. That's what he if he went to the bodyboard Sam, he didn't call him and he heard him when he did. You saw Sam drop that elbow down when he did it. Sam, yeah.
He was so look, I want to protect myself.
If you do not make it in 30 minutes, we will work.
All right, folks, we have some business taken care of here tonight. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go to a second podcast. Make sure we get all the event from the main event tonight between Tori Nelson and Sana Turin right here. So stay with us. We're going to fix up a second podcast. Thanks for joining us. Stay with us for our main event.